All right. Well, you guys, thank you so much for jumping on this call. I am super excited that you decided to take a look, that you decided to just learn more about what Arbonne is, that you're willing to be curious. And I just want to also congratulate you for just your open-mindedness to step outside the box, because a lot of times we are encouraged to try something that's different than what we've grown up knowing of how we're going to make an income, how we're going to build a life, how we're going to, just build something for ourselves. So I just am excited to share with you how this can be something so wonderfully different than what you probably ever dreamed about. I did not exactly grow up dreaming that I would be in network marketing. However, I am so thankful somebody introduced it to me. So I just really encourage you to listen as you hear kind of what I have to share, but to listen with an open mind and to listen with a thought of versus instead of what if it doesn't work, but what if it does? And I'm here to tell you that it does and it can work when you work this network marketing gig, and we are doing it all the time. And I'll get more into that throughout just what I share tonight. But I want to first kind of dive into a little bit about like why Arbonne's different. And as I share more about that, I'll kind of weave my story in with Arbonne and how it's impacted my life throughout my conversation tonight with you. But the big deal about why Arbonne is different than other products, other brands you might hear out there, is our ingredient philosophy. And a lot of times I get questions about this, in terms of, well, why would I use Arbonne versus XYZ? Or I have some really nice products already, or I use really good quality products from wherever you might be purchasing your products from. But it's not to say that what you're using is like you're doing a bad thing. But what we have with Arbonne is an incredible difference. And just to give you kind of a picture of how we are different than anything you might pick up in the stores, especially in the US, all of Arbonne's products abide by the European Union ingredient philosophy. And what does that mean? Here in the US, our products are approved by the FDA. And turns out the FDA doesn't really ban a whole lot of things that are not so good for us. And there's only about 9 to 11 toxins and chemicals that the FDA says, nope, we can't put those in. And the European Union, in comparison, says, actually, we're not going to allow about 1,400 toxins and chemicals from going in our products. Whoa. Big difference there, guys. Big difference. And when I heard that, I really had to think through, what am I putting on my skin? What am I putting on my body? And that kind of hit me hard in the sense of healthy living, because I'm a health coach. That's what I've done for the last 8.5 years. I work with people on healthy lifestyle changes, whether that's with eating or stress management or activity, or how do I just take care of myself in this crazy busy life. And I'm always working with people on changes they can make that are reachable and attainable in their daily life when it comes to their health. However, I really hadn't even thought about the impact of what you're putting on your skin, not just in your body, how much of an impact that can make. And when you think about when you slap something, sunscreen, lotion, face wash, whatever it is that you put on your body, that's absorbed through your skin, because it's an organ and it's porous. It's absorbed through your skin, and it's into your bloodstream within about 30 seconds. And then it shows up within all of your organs within about an hour. And at first I was like, I don't know if I believe that. But then I thought, oh, wait a second. But I help people quit smoking, and one of the things that they use is a nicotine patch on their skin. Goes right in, helps them manage that quitting process. And I go, oh. And medical, all of these different things that we use where we put patches, it's because our skin absorbs it and it goes right in. Then all of a sudden I thought, whoa, I need to start paying attention to this. And so it's not just what we put in our bodies and what we do physically. in terms of how we take care of ourselves with healthy living, but it's also what we put on our skin and on our bodies. And a lot of times when we aren't paying attention to that, it shows up in ways that we don't really think about. It might be fatigue, or it might be, why do I get these random migraines? Or why do I get these headaches daily? Or why is my system just, I feel like I'm doing all these things to change my lifestyle to be healthier, but I just keep hitting this plateau, or I feel stuck. A lot of that can be what you are putting on your skin, because that impacts how well our body functions. And most people that you talk to would love to feel better, take better care of themselves, or they'd love to, a lot of people, you'll say that, oh, I have clearer skin, or I wish I could make changes in XYZ. But they don't realize that so much of it is from their products. And so the person that invited you on the call can talk with you in more detail about what that looks like in terms of what you use day in and day out. But the big thing that I really want you to take away is the ingredient standard that we abide by, which is the European Union. And so it bans just shy of 1,400 chemicals and toxins. And then Ammermann, our company, actually bans another 600 on top of that. So there are 2,000 toxins, chemicals that we do not put in any of our products. So you can really eliminate all of these toxins just by swapping out what you're using already and swap it out for safer products. And a lot of times when I first introduce people to Ammermann, I'll get a question of, well, what about what I have over here? I mean, these are good quality products, and they've been working. I say, well, I mean, that's great, but I would encourage you to look at the back of your product, that ingredient. And if you can decipher everything that's on it, and you can say, yep, I'm okay with this, yep, I'm okay with that, no, whatever. If you can read that and make sense of it, awesome, good for you. I can't, and I don't want to spend the time doing it. I can do that with a nutrition label and look at the ingredients on my food and say, yes, 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 no, not gonna buy this. With my products, in terms of skincare, face wash, hair, makeup, I 0% have any interest in trying to figure out what all of those words mean. But with Ammermann, I know I can trust it, and I know I can just swap out that shampoo that was in my shower and put my Ammermann shampoo in, and guess what? My hair actually cooperates better. Because I haven't done anything with my hair. Doesn't that look good? Right? Thank you. But really, what you are using can make a huge impact in the function of your skin, of your hair, your makeup, all of it. So yes, we have great products that we might be already using or we spent a lot of money on. But if you have something that you know is not good for you, I bet you probably throw it out of your cupboard. If you're trying to detox your whole system, you probably throw it out of your cupboard and go, yep, I don't want this in here. It's too tempting. So think about that in terms of your products too. And because you might have paid for it, but if we don't take care of ourselves, we pay for it down the road. And that's something that I work with people on all the time. Like taking care, putting that time to take care of yourself, investing in that today saves you a lot of time, of money, of quality of life down the road. So really think about that and talk to the person who invited you on the call more about what maybe you'd like to start swapping out. Even if you already have some of those products in your house, what would you like to start taking care of? Think about the things that you use the most and start with a couple products there, because it can really make a difference in how you feel, how it functions, all of it. But there is so much more to Ammermann than just our products in terms of what we use day in and day out. There is this amazing product called our business, and that is what I love to share with people and what I love to introduce people to, because a lot of times we just don't even know that it's out there and that it exists, and therefore we don't take the time to be curious. We don't take the time to take a look. But I'm guessing that if you looked at your budget, or if you looked at things that you're doing today and compared to things maybe you'd like to be doing a year or 5 years from now, it probably takes some finances, and it probably wouldn't be upset about having a little extra cash, whether it's $250 a month, 500, 1,000, or maybe you want to completely replace your income from whatever position you may be in, or maybe you're in school and you're going, you know what, I'd love to graduate debt free, or I would love to have a way to have my books or my tuition paid for, or whatever it might be, so that I can have more financial flexibility to do other things that I would love to be a part of, whether that's a study abroad or whether that is things that you'd love to do post college, but you know, whoa, I got some debt hanging over my head. Or maybe you have credit card debt or house debt or whatever it might be. But most people could use an extra $500 in their month for whatever purpose that $500 needs to go to. And Arbonne can be that without having to clock in and out of another job. But not only can it be 500, it can be 5,000, it can be 15, it can be 50,000. And I'll talk through kind of what that looks like as well. But really, as you hear this information, think about what that amount of money could do for you and how that could impact your life, or maybe your financial situation, or that of others you know, who you hear them talking about, I would love for something to be different. I'd love to take a vacation, whatever it might be. Arbonne can actually be the answer for that. And just a little bit of my own story in that. When I was introduced to it about 2.5 years ago, I was not looking for it. I didn't even know it existed. But I am so glad that my now dear friend, Lisa License, introduced it to me, because I loved the products. They were working for me. My skin felt great. And I loved the ingredient philosophy. And so I was using them, and I talk about them. I talk about things I love. And I talk about whether it's products or whether it's where I got my denim jacket, where it's I had a great experience at a restaurant. I share it with people because I talk about it. And if I tell somebody like, hey, I got this jacket at Nordstrom Rack, and Emily goes and buys this same jacket from Nordstrom Rack, Nordstrom Rack does not send me a commission check saying, thanks for sending Emily in and getting this jacket. We appreciate you sharing what we have. They don't do that. Arbonne does. As I share these products with people and I share this opportunity of this business with people, Arbonne says, Hannah, thanks so much for sharing it with Emily. She is loving these products. She's ordering them. And here's a commission off of what she's using, what she's ordering each month or every other month. And it's an incredible residual passive income. And what does that mean? We have a consumable product. So I use my face wash, I use it up, or I'll keep using Emily, for example. She uses her face wash, she uses it up, and then she goes, oh, I need some more. And she goes online because she has an Arbonne account as a preferred client, and it's kind of like having an Amazon Prime account. She doesn't necessarily call me. She doesn't say, Hannah, can you deliver me some more face wash? No, it's so simple, you guys. I don't have space in my house for an Arbonne room. I just have what I use. So when Emily runs out, she goes onto her Arbonne account, she orders her product, it's shipped right to her. So whether she is in my city, or whether she is across the US, or whether she is across the ocean in the UK or in Canada or New Zealand or Taiwan or Australia, wherever we have Arbonne, she can order from me. And another great example is, I have a friend who lives in London, and I introduced her to Arbonne, and I mean, she's 6 hours ahead of me. So it could be 2 a.m. and she's, up at 8 a.m. her time, and she logs in and orders her product that she needs. Guess what, you guys? That's making money in my sleep. That's not a bad gig. Not at all. And as people continue to do that, as you continue to share it with people, they're talking about it with other people. And with that whole, your mouth is, it's kind of like having an open office. So Emily's loving these products, and she says, wow, I'm using them up, I'm talking about them, I love it. And instead of just being a preferred client, I can say, Emily, you're loving these, you're talking about it. Instead of just me getting the commission off of this, why don't you get commission off of this? Because you're introducing it to people that I'm never going to rub shoulders with. And so I get to turn around and teach her how to do this business. And that business is exactly what we're doing right here. Sharing with people just like this, or maybe it's having coffee or a cocktail with somebody, or maybe it's getting a couple friends together at your house or your dorm room or in a coffee shop and just saying, here, try this. This is what Arbonne is. I want to show it to you, let you taste it, let you experience it. And I get to teach people how to do that. And we get to work as a team, just like this, where there's people who have guests on this call, but they're consultants on my team, or they're on Lisa's team or Angela's team. I mean, there are people who I may never rub shoulders with, but because I've taught Emily how to do it and she's introducing it to other people that are in her own city or across the country or across the world, Arbonne says, Hannah, thanks for teaching Emily how to share Arbonne, how to share these products, how to share this business with people. Here's a commission check, like a thank you check off of what she and now her business is doing instead of just being a preferred client. And that commission, that paycheck doesn't come out of what she earns. That is, she earns what everything that she has put the work in for. And Arbonne just sends me, it's kind of like a bonus on top of what I'm already working and doing. And as a thank you for teaching people how to do the same thing that I'm doing. And as you continue to grow the amount of people that you introduce Arbonne to, and as you teach other people how to do it, your income can grow. And for me, this whole business that I, like I said, didn't know anything about, I didn't think I was looking for, became the answer for my life that I needed when I didn't know I would need it when I started. Meaning, when I first was introduced to Arbonne, I was not pregnant. There was not even a baby on the radar. And my husband and I knew that eventually we wanted to have kids. But then about a year or so after I started this business, found out we were going to be expecting a little one. And so I really started to hustle and share this with people, and did it alongside my corporate job, working in health and well-being and teaching other people. I'm working 40 plus hours a week, but this business is so different than how we work our normal daily life in terms of work that we have been taught to. It's not like I'm clocking in 8 hours a day for Arbonne. It's a quick text here. It's jumping on a Zoom call like this for 20, 25 minutes. It's meeting a friend for coffee, or social media, you guys. You can literally grow a multi-million-dollar business through social media, because how often do you purchase things based on the recommendations of people you follow on social media? You see what people are loving, you see what their lifestyle is like, and they're using things, and you go, well, I'm pretty sure I align with how they're living, so I'm probably going to align with what they're purchasing or what they are sharing. And you can build an incredible opportunity for your life to make a change that you maybe have been longing for or would love to do. And I was able to do that. Like I said, working corporate America, 40 plus hours a week. I was pregnant at the time and involved in a lot of other things outside of work. So by the looks of it, I had no time or energy to do this. However, I was able to, because one, you're always using your mouth, and two, you have this incredible team around you. So it's a business for yourself, but not by yourself. You get to lock arms with the people that have introduced you to it, and they will show you the way on how to do this. And because I did that after my maternity leave last fall through last January, I was able to resign from my corporate job that I'd been at for 8.5 years. And I'm now home with my almost 1-year-old, which I can't even believe is happening, that she's going to be 1 in 3 weeks. You guys, I've been home with her this whole time. And I cannot tell you how grateful I am for that. And it is such a gift to me, not only that I get to be home, but because I have this now flexibility with my day and my days, I am involved in so many other things that I never would have had the opportunity to be a part of. And I've gotten to know a whole different group of people and friends. And it's the other thing I would encourage you to think through, like, you're always meeting new people. Because sometimes people have a fear of, I don't know if I know enough people. I don't know if I can speak to this well enough. One, you get to learn you get to earn as you learn. So when I first started, I did not know more than the fact that I liked the skincare. And Lisa taught me how to do it, and she did it alongside me. And you get to do that with the person that invited you on this call. We will lock arms with you and show you how to do it. And then also this this whole locking arms with people, you get to also step into new circles, new groups of people, and you will always meet new people, whether it's at a grocery store or whether it is through people that you meet because of Arbonne. And so I would just really encourage you to, instead of thinking in terms of what if I don't know enough, or what if I don't think I have enough time, because the time will always go by. This past year would have gone by no matter what. But I got to do it on my terms. And I would love for you to be able to do this upcoming year or the next 5 years, whatever it is, on your terms and pursuing the things that you want to pursue. And that doesn't mean you have to resign from your current work that you may love. It could mean that you, because of this, have extra finances to do other things that you love or give to other things that you love. And the opportunity for that is real. Because just want to kind of quick overview in terms of like, what kind of income can you actually make? Like, why would this be worth it? There's just 4 income levels, and we're doing the same thing at every level. It's just that we've talked to more people in terms of introduced more people to it, so we have more clients, and we've just taught more people how to do it. And then they keep teaching other people how to do it. So it can grow very quickly and grow exponentially that way. But as a consultant, when you first decide, yes, I would love to be an Arbonne consultant and I want to share this with people, you can start making money right away. Like, there are people on my team who became consultants, in July, and they got a paycheck at the end of the month, or we actually get paid weekly because everything's virtual. So we have an app and we get paid through it. So you can start making that income right away. And as you grow the number of people that you talk to and you grow your team in terms of teaching other people how to do that, you can promote to district manager. And district managers make anywhere from $250 to $1,000 a month. The range is just based on the people that you have talked to, or the amount of people you've talked to and shared this with. And as you continue growing that income or growing that amount of people and teaching other people how to do it, you can promote to area manager, which is where I'm currently at. And area managers make anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000 a month. And the other cool thing about this level is that you also have a willable business. So if something happens to me, if I'm no longer living, Arbonne will keep sending my paychecks to my husband. And to me, that was mind blowing, because if something had happened to me while I was working in my corporate job, I mean, they probably would have sent him some flowers, but 0% were they going to send him my salary. Not at all. But with Arbonne, they basically say, you know what? You've stepped outside the box to take care of someone or something that matters to you. We will keep taking care of them. Guys, that's incredible. And whether you stay at that level or whether it grows to the top level of the company, they will keep sending that paycheck. And that top level of the company, you can make significant income. And the third level is regional vice president, which is where I will be next very soon by the end of this year. And it's because I have this amazing team that I get to do it with. And with that, you can make anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 per month. And alongside that, you also get, Arbonne sends you $800 a month to pay for a white Mercedes-Benz. And you get to pick that out. It's your car. And whether you want a sports car, an SUV, or a G-Wagon, you get to pick it. And Arbonne sends you $800 a month to go towards that car payment. Basically, because when this company was started back in 1980, the guy who started it said, you know what, I want my consultants to be in the safest vehicle out there. And I want it to represent our company. So it's white for pure products. And I want it to be a Mercedes-Benz because they're rated one of the top vehicles out there. And I'm not going to also complain about a Mercedes-Benz. Sounds like a great car to drive around in. And you want it to be beneficial for them. So you pick which car you want. And it's just an amazing gift to share what we love. And then you can also continue to promote to the top level of the company, which is national vice president. And at that level, you're making anywhere from $20,000 per month on up to limitless income, 6 figures on up. And there are people doing that every month. And what they're doing with that level of income is incredible, from building orphanages to putting clean water and just changing people's lives in ways that you had no idea that you could change their lives. So really think about what you could do, not only for yourself, but also how you can turn around and change someone else's life. You know, prior to this, in my corporate job, I could help change somebody's life in terms of helping them feel better about their health, but I couldn't change their financial situation. I couldn't change their longing to be home or to be part of something that really was mattered to them on their heart level, but they just didn't have the financial ability to be a part of it. With Arbonne, I can help with any of those things. So you get to pick how you want to be a part of Arbonne, but I would highly encourage you to get with the person who asked you on this call and let them know where you're at. Scale 1 to 5. 1, I really need to try these products and get started with something to experience what is the difference. 5, what are my next steps? If I want to get started with this, what do I need to do? Where do I go from here? And chat with them, and feel free to pull me into that conversation, and or Lisa or whoever is kind of that next person in line. But I just really encourage you to be curious and to think, what if this does work? Because you will never regret trying something that could absolutely change your life and that of others. So thank you for being a part of this. I'm so grateful that you just took the time and asked questions, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you on this team soon. Bye-bye.